to The Spiritual Citizen by Rachna. First of all, wish you all a very happy Women's Day. My today's guest is an iconic personality, Ms. Yogita Bhayana. Yogita is exemplary, extraordinary, and inspirational. She has a master's degree in distress management and quit a lucrative job in aviation sector to help women in distress. She has won over 38 awards and is still counting. She finds a mention in Wikipedia. Her organization Pari is a safe haven for women in distress. She has helped open 200 shelter homes for women in distress and their children. She has pioneered Nari Ke Do Din, a special session in Parliament when they only talk about women's issues. And today, I would like to honor one of our sisters, Nirbhaya. A sacrifice should not be taken lightly, and I dedicate this episode to her. Yogita worked tirelessly to see to it that Nirbhaya and her family gets justice, and the perpetrators of such a heinous crime get their right place. So let's join together and welcome Ms. Yogita Bhayana, a truly and genuinely an iron lady. Yogita, welcome to The Spiritual Citizen by Rachna. You have no idea how honored I feel today to be speaking with you, because this is something I never really expected that I'll ever get an opportunity to hear your views on Women's Day special episode. So, Yogita, yes.
Thank you, Rachna ji. Thank you so much for having me in your esteemed discussion, because you really found me worth it. So it's my honor to be there. Thank you so much.
The world finds you worthwhile. So Yogita, सबसे पहले मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगी आपके organization परी के बारे में, and specifically, what was this moment, which you realized is your calling, because we all know that, you were having such a beautiful job in the aviation sector, but this is entirely diametrically opposite to that. तो वो moment क्या था जब आपने ये तय किया कि आपको परी establish करना है?
Rachna ji, there were a lot of moments, not one I can say that it inspired me, because yes, it triggered me. That Nirbhaya case definitely triggered the whole thought process, but it was always there when I used to see, or hear about cases on channels, and I used to read about the rape cases. I used to get really disturbed. But what triggered it was the Nirbhaya case. I was already working in this field then also. I was assisting National Commission for Women then. I used to attend to such calls, SOS calls. But still, when Nirbhaya happened, it really shook my consciousness. Not only mine, I think all over the world people related to it. Even I'm sure, including you, felt that it could have been me. That triggered me. And of course, we were so helpless. We started protesting. That was the only way to kind of show our anguish and anger. And when we were protesting, I thought this is not enough. I mean, of course, it generated the momentum, but still it was not enough. We must do something on the issue. By then I was only assisting the government advisories and government, kind of panels. But then I thought, a little activism is also needed, against the government. So it just turned my whole thought process, and I started working with the survivors. Then also I was working before, but then more aggressively, I started working with more survivors. I understood the gravity, and I founded Pari when I visited one child, who was a rape survivor in one of the largest hospital of the country. I went to see that child, in Ames Hospital, I should name it. So I, by mistake, entered another room because I couldn't, it is a huge facility. So I saw another child who was raped. When I started visiting both these two children of sexual violence, I, started getting more and more cases in the hospital itself. That was, I think, bigger eye opener. That was really shocking for me to understand that in one day one government hospital get so many cases reported. So that was really, really the time I thought Pari should be found.
And we all know that Pari is such a safe haven for women and their children in distress. And hats off to you, honestly. Salute. So, Yogita, we keep hearing so much about social, political, economic, cultural justice for women. And I would also like to add, for people with different sexual orientations as well. But what is your view on this? और आपको क्या लगता है हम इस दिशा में कितने आगे बढ़ पाए?
So now I would say we are taking baby steps, and the beginning has been done, but very humble beginning. We really need to go a long way, especially for the queer community you are talking about. For they have no platform. Even we have platforms for children, we have platforms for women, but right now we don't have platforms for such community because they are part of us. They are from within us. So we really think they are like some other citizens. They are from another planet. So the inclusion of such people, till the time that doesn't happen, I think we really will not be able to give them that voice. And it is beginning. I'm not saying that a lot of movies have been made, and I appreciate that sensitivity in that area. However, if you talk about justice to them, they are not even considered humans. When they go to the police station, how difficult it is for us to report a case about a woman and a child. So you can imagine they have their struggle is almost double, I would say.
Mhm.
That's really unfortunate. But yes, we are also we get cases, but we try our best, and we are still trying to get that into that platform where we include them in that kind of system and the society. Yes.
Imagine it is 2022 और आपने अभी ये कहा कि अभी हमारे baby steps हैं. So this kind of looks very, it doesn't sound very soothing, but that's the reality.
Reality.
You know. So, योगिता, बहुत सी चीज़ें ऐसे होती हैं हमारे समाज में जो अक्सर
जी.
क्राइम के पीछे होती हैं. जैसे आप जब रेप विक्टिम्स की बातें करते हैं, जो यंग गर्ल्स हैं उनको आप हैंडल करते हैं या जो भी लेडीज़ हैं, पर कई बार क्या होता है इवन इन गुड सोसाइटीज़ एंड मिडिल क्लास हाउसहोल्ड्स, इंक्लूडिंग, आई मीन आई एम नॉट creating any bias here, including everyone. I mean, I'm talking about a very inclusive society. कई बार marital rapes भी होते हैं, और कई बार जो there are people who have different sexual orientations, even they go through something like that. We keep hearing it. And so what are your views on that, and what are the signs which a woman or a person with other sexual orientation, because my channel is very inclusive, तो वो साइंस क्या होते हैं, वो बातें क्या होती हैं जिसमें एक विमेन ये समझ सकती है कि दिस इज नॉट राइट, आई एम गेटिंग रेप्ड एंड आई डोंट लाइक इट.
It's very difficult. It is very challenging because I address to these women a lot. We are blessed that we are educated, we understand the difference, and we can still talk about it and have a dialogue. But
Yeah.
when you go to underprivileged section, they would not understand marital rape at all. Where we are thriving to get it changed, we are asking them to make it illegal, like any other sexual crime. But there, I have interacted with those women, especially in the camp where the Nirbhaya perpetrators came from. I had worked there, and I used to talk to the women there, that because I wanted to understand the kind of background these criminals they come from. So I started working there only, that basti. So one of the women came and she said, she spoke about it and she was okay with it. She says, I am okay with my husband doing whatever to me. He's my husband, he's my god. So these women, they learn to because we are conditioned like that. People like you and I, we are talking right now, we can do that. We are blessed to have that wisdom right now, or maybe that awakening. But these women, they are enjoying that slavery, or you can say that abuse. They started enjoying their victimhood, or maybe they think it is normal. So that awakening has to also come from there. First you need to tell them this is not okay, what is happening to you is not okay. He's not only the marital rape, unnatural sex, it's a big problem now. Your channel is so how do I say, vocal about the issues. Why shall we not talk about it? So this is a very big thing, but high time we have to realize it is a very big concern and a problem. Just because they have a legal degree of a marriage, or that they have done some rituals of taking feras, it doesn't make rape legal. So this awakening has to come in the society, and it will take some time. Legally we are still talking about it. Even the lot of judges are against it. You know how difference of opinion they have. Like you see every day some judge or the other is giving his opinion on marital rape, or her opinion. But at the same time society is also not ready. Let me tell you that the women themselves are not ready. I have seen a lot of women disagreeing to marital rape, the term marital rape. So they, anything is okay for them in the marriage. So yes, it is a social change. It will take some time, but we are heading towards there. I am pretty sure that this is the reason we are discussing.
Yes. तो आपको क्या लगता है, कि how important it is to educate your sons? What is mother's duty in telling the son how to be a gentleman?
I think it is the most important thing, and this is the only solution.
Right.
This is the only solution, Rachna
Very
ji. You
well
have
said.
actually
Very
hit
well.
the nail on this thing, because that's why Pari also focused on talking to men and boys.
Right.
We work a lot with boys and men. So because we know the problem lies here, of course we need to also change the mindset of women per se. As I was telling you, I was giving you the example. We also need to bring out the best boys so that the problem doesn't exist. So but it is again gonna take a couple of years or a decade, but this is the only solution. Rest, the legality or getting the law changed, things will happen. These are all post the incidents or post the cases happen, but prevention is only changing the way we look at the women. And that mindset change will only start from home, the giving the right education. And not only the mother's responsibility, it's both parents' responsibility to bring out the best in the child. And the boy will not do what he's been told to do. He will do what he has seen in the house. So you have to give that environment. You have to really kind of awaken that kind of instinct in him, that yes, all are equal, women and men are equal. So there are a lot of changes required in our syllabus also, in our curriculum also, not only at home, in the school also. The kind of the curriculum we have, which really treats women as a second gender and men as other gender. So a lot of changes needed, and Pari is constantly working on those gender sensitization issues, gender inclusion issues. So yes, we will definitely reach there one day, but we are heading towards that.
Inshallah, very soon.
Yes.
Now continuing the discussion forward, अभी जो आपने कहा कि स्टीरियोटाइप्स की बात करी और डिस्क्रिमिनेशन की जो बात करी है अभी आपने पिछले 5 मिनट. So how do you think and how important it is to break the bias that this person is fair and this person is dark, she is a woman and she is have a different sexual orientation, and if a woman is straight it's fine, if a woman is a lesbian then there is a question mark, if you are from other nationality then you will behave like this, if you are a boy you will, the whole thing. Why am I describing? So
yes,
how important it is to, you have been gently nudging on it, let's just hit the nail now.
So yes, any sort of discrimination is not accepted, whether it is caste, color, gender, anything. So it's an overall human right issue. So you would be surprised. The only solution we have already hit the nail, come out with the solution is that children. The best way to bring about a change is children. So if we have like we can change the mindset right then, I think, even including all the issues are related to each other. So you can't say that we are only talking about gender issues. it is all interrelated and it is all interdependent.
Absolutely.
So if you are nice to a woman, if you're equal to a woman, you'll be nice to a black or a white, or you'll be
Right.
automatically, that is
Right.
imbibed in you. So I just recently did a competition for children. So all across India we got several entries, like we reached out to 5,000 schools, and we are really getting good response. I keep getting hundreds of entries every day, little children talking about these issues in a very soft way. We don't want to go very harsh on that, and they are painting on these issues. Rachna ji, you must see the paintings, you must see the kind of things they want to communicate through these paintings. All this what we are talking about is covered there, and their level of understanding is so good. So these are the things which we are doing. We think it is a very soft way to change their mindset, and this is the beginning we have already done. We have reached out to more than 1 lakh students already, and we are still getting every day a lot of kind of
So
commitments
I
from
think
these
we
children.
must
So
have an online exhibition of these paintings,
yes,
so that
yes,
people can buy, or maybe a physical one if it is possible.
please, you have given a good suggestion. I would take your advice and mentorship on this, because I didn't know what to do with that. We are still figuring out, because every day we are flooded with entries, so we will figure out once the
I think
entries
the
stop.
exhibition is a good thing, and I think परी को इतने लोग जानते हैं, बहुत लोग आगे आएंगे आपकी इसमें मदद करने के लिए.
Thank you.
I will
Thank you.
definitely like to pick up a painting which speaks to me. And
Thank you.
Yogita, अभी जो आपने कहा कि स्कूल के बच्चों को, आई थिंक दैट्स अ लवली आइडिया. क्योंकि अगर मैं अपनी ज़िंदगी के बारे में सोचूं, तो किंडरगार्टन से लेके जब तक मैं स्कूल में थी, मैंने अपने स्कूल से, अपनी टीचर्स से, अपने दोस्तों से इतना कुछ सीखा कि आज भी वो चीज़ जो है वो मेरी पर्सनैलिटी का हिस्सा है. अगर मैं, even if I go back in time, if I time travel and go back in time, I realize that my values, the core of who I am, was actually built in school. Definitely, my home was also
I
a
agree.
part of it, but I do feel very warm when I think about the days and the things which I learned in my convent. And now the parting question, without which we won't let you go, is correct me if I'm wrong. I think इस साल की theme जो है वो Women of Tomorrow है, International Women's Day की. So, what is your message for women of tomorrow? And women of tomorrow needn't necessarily be youngsters. It can be somebody like me also. अगर मेरा कोई light का bulb fuse है, तो I can switch it on and be a woman of tomorrow. Right? Am I wrong?
Correct. Correct. Bilkul, absolutely. You are absolutely right. Women of tomorrow is somebody who can speak for herself. When
Yes.
you speak for yourself, you speak for the society. And when you hide something, you are really doing injustice to the society. This is the message I want to give, that you are not only speaking out for yourself. If injustice is happening to you, just speak up. If you speak up, you are actually empowering other women. That's my message. If you don't speak up, you are doing injustice to other women.
So योगिता, एक ऑफ द हैंड मेरे एक क्वेश्चन आया मेरे जहन में.
जी.
Looking at your personality and little bit, we have interacted over a period of few years. You are a very sensitive and a very gentle kind of a persona which comes out of you. Yet, you are an iron woman. So how do you balance your sensitivity and your strength? And you must give us a tip before you leave.
I really don't do anything. I don't know how it comes. I have no idea. I mean, it is not something I work on. Something I just, you know, uh, I am the way I am, and if I see something wrong happening, it just the anger and the kind of you can say that the firmness just automatically comes because of the injustice, and the politeness and the sensitivity, you can say, is already there. So I don't know, maybe that's how the balance of nature has come in already into me. I don't know how it is, but really I really can't stop myself from speaking out when I see something wrong happening, and whether who's who is involved, I really don't care. And sometimes I feel, acha, I did that. The other day only I was talking to one of the politician on the phone. I don't know, my friends were around me and something happened, and I just saw a video and I called that politician, and I had no idea how I ended up talking to that person because he had done something wrong, favoring some criminals. So I didn't know that I will talk in that tone, or I will actually end up talking like that to him, and I did. And my friends were saying, "What happened to you suddenly?" I said, "I don't know. I mean, this was the time. It just happens to me. I have no idea. Maybe this is very natural or whatever it is, but." Yes, it's. I think it's the calling. The
I
calling is
was
more
about to
important.
tell
So
you that probably when it's your calling, then everything becomes so much simpler. So, Yogita,
maybe you can say that.
thank you so much, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, for giving me your time. आज हमने
Okay.
आपसे वुमेंस डे के इस स्पेशल एपिसोड पे बहुत सारे ब्यूटीफुल सब्जेक्ट्स पे बात करी है, और मैं अपने सारे लिसनर्स को ये कहना चाहूँगी कि प्लीज़ गो टू गूगल, search for Pari, and you'll really see what
Thank you.
kind of an amazing person Yogita is. And from what we understand today, you are sensitive, yet you are strong. And we also know that this is your calling, and this channel of mine is all about calling. And you just
Ji.
mentioned the word. So thank you, Yogita, and wish you a very happy Women's Day. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Rachna ji. Thank you so much for listening to my views, and also sharing your views on empowerment. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.